North America, there's a good chance you've already heard this. You just didn't realize it was talking directly to you. This story isn't about a ghost or a monster in the traditional sense. It's about something far more modern, something that uses the very systems designed to keep us safe. I'm talking about the emergency alert system. That familiar, jarring tone we all know. The one that cuts through our music and TV shows to warn us about severe weather, Amber Alerts, or even national emergencies. It's a sound that demands our attention. But what if that sound was only for you? Between 2018 and 2021, a strange phenomenon began to ripple across the United States and Canada. Dozens, then hundreds. People reported receiving emergency alerts that nobody else around them heard. Imagine sitting in a busy coffee shop. Your phone suddenly blares that unmistakable alert tone. You glance up, expecting everyone else to be checking their devices too. But they aren't. They're just chatting, sipping their lattes, completely oblivious. The barista doesn't even flinch. It's just you. Same time, same location, same room. Only one person heard the warning. At first, these incidents were easy to dismiss. Just a phone glitch, right? Bug in the latest software update. That's what most people thought. But then the reports started coming from other sources. A car radio suddenly cutting out the music to play the alert tone on a long, empty highway at night. A smart TV in a silent living room flashing the alert banner across the screen with no accompanying storm outside. Pattern was always the same. First, the two-tone alert signal, then a brief moment of silence, and then a voice. This wasn't the robotic, synthesized voice of the National Weather Service. It wasn't the clipped, official tone of a government broadcast. The voice people described was calm. It was close. Some said it felt like it was right there in the room with them, maybe even standing just behind their shoulder. And the message it delivered was always short, simple, and deeply unsettling. Phrases like, "You are safe," "Remain still," "Do not verify." Think about that last one. Do not verify. The entire purpose of an emergency alert is to get you to seek more information, to verify the threat and take action. This message was telling people to do the exact opposite, to stay put and question nothing. Most people, understandably, tried to ignore it. They chalked it up to a weird prank, a radio signal bleeding through. Just their imagination playing tricks on them. But as more reports trickled in, investigators and online communities started noticing patterns. These phantom alerts never contain any specific details. No dates, no times, no locations. They never mention a tornado, a flood, or any kind of recognizable threat. Instead, they seem to target people in moments of profound isolation. A truck driver on a lonely cross-country haul, a security guard during the dead of the night shift, a student studying late in an empty library, a person living alone in a quiet apartment building. It was in these moments of solitude that the alert would strike. One of the most concrete pieces of evidence came from a truck driver in Arizona. He was recording a video log for his channel and happened to capture the broadcast by accident. In the recording, you can hear the road noise, then the crackle of static, then the clear, piercing sound of the EAS tone. After a pause, a calm male voice speaks from his radio. It says, "Do not look for confirmation. This message is sufficient." He immediately got on his CB radio, called dispatch, checked official channels online. Nothing. No alert had been issued for his area or any area nearby for any reason. It simply didn't happen. But this is where the story takes a much darker turn. The most disturbing reports weren't about the alerts themselves, but about what happened afterward. Weeks or months after hearing the phantom message, some of these individuals began to change. Their friends and family noticed something was off. It wasn't memory loss, not exactly. It was more like a delay, a lag in their processing. They would respond to conversations just a half second too late. They would miss obvious social cues in a group. Asked a simple question, they would pause just for a moment as if listening for something no one else could hear. One person as partner described it chillingly. It was like he was waiting for permission to speak. This cognitive delay was the first symptom. The second was far more final. One woman from Oregon who had been documenting her experience on a private forum reported hearing a second message 3 months after the first. This time, there was no alert tone, no static, no warning at all. In the middle of the night, she simply heard the same calm voice from before. It said only 2 words. You complied successfully. 2 days later, she was gone. Her apartment was pristine. No signs of a struggle, no forced entry. Her car was still in the garage. Her phone was found on the kitchen table, fully charged and powered on. When authorities checked it, her emergency alert history was completely empty. As you can imagine, this caused a quiet panic within certain circles. A leaked internal memo from a regional broadcast authority surfaced online. It mentioned the phenomenon directly. It referred to phantom alerts with no source, no transmission origin, and no signal decay. This is a crucial technical point. A normal radio signal gets weaker the further it travels. These signals didn't. They were just as strong everywhere they were reported, which is physically impossible. The memo concluded with a line that was quickly redacted in the official version, but not before it was screenshotted and shared thousands of times. It read, "We are not certain the system is broadcasting. It may be responding. Let that sink in. The system isn't just sending out a signal. It's responding to something. Responding to what? To whom?" The memo offered no answers. Since 2022, official reports of these phantom alerts have dropped significantly. But it's not because the phenomenon stopped. It's because people stopped reporting it. They've been conditioned. Most who hear it now just assume it's stress, fatigue, or an overactive imagination. And isn't that convenient? That is exactly what the voice told them to believe from the very beginning. Do not verify. This message is sufficient. The system has taught its targets to distrust their own senses, to accept the anomaly without question, to comply. So, the next time you're alone and you hear that all too familiar emergency alert tone, I want you to be very careful. Before you reach for your phone to see what's happening, before you look out the window, just listen. Is anyone else reacting? Does the world outside your window seem calm and normal? If the answer is yes, then whatever you do, do not check your phone. Do not ask a neighbor if they heard it too. Don't go looking for confirmation. Just sit still, stay quiet, and pretend you heard nothing at all. And whatever you do, don't wait for the next message. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as unsettling as I did, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the strange and unexplained.